there's their head coach. I should know that. Players Tucker Peterson, Derrick Ablin, Ryan Doucette, Austin Schultz, Elizar Valencia, Bowie Schmitz, and Bronco Hartson. Man, nobody's named Smith anymore. But the Roosevelt Riders here, great program out of 3A. We'll open it up for questions. I'll start then. Coach, you came so close last year to getting to that championship game. I'm sure that disappointment is carrying you into this fall.
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing losing a game of that magnitude, in those moments. But, as far as carryover to this year, I think all it's been more or less of a motivator for our team and our program to just keep climbing. We've had some success over the last couple of years, and there's a lot of things to be proud of, but then also, some pretty high goals that we have kind of made the standard in our program that we're excited to shoot for again this year.
Question for Bronco here. Obviously, you've been putting in a lot of work in the offseason. You got some snaps last year. But what does it mean not only to be the quarterback of this Roosevelt squad, but wear the same uniform that even your older brother did? And what are some takeaways that you have from your brother's career as well as this past season?
I think it's awesome. My older brother set a great example for me, show what it is to be a Rough Rider quarterback and all that. I love all the guys around me. I think we're gonna have a great year, and I'm ready for my time to show what I can do. I think it's gonna be a great season.
Coach, even with the loss last year, how have you seen this group kind of push past it and turn the page?
A lot of the same. A lot of these guys that are sitting up here were big parts of our success, not only last year, but even the years before. And so, I believe that we've created a culture at Roosevelt that, just breeds toughness and competitiveness throughout the program. And so, we like to talk about, tradition doesn't graduate. The R on their helmets cut the same every year, and the expectation stays the same always. So again, it's kind of a breath of fresh air to answer your question to, every year just kind of see the guys kind of move on and see who you have coming back and getting to coach those guys and help them develop into the caliber of athlete that we're so lucky to coach each year at Roosevelt.
The last couple of years, you guys got to the state championship game in 20. Last year, you guys came close. Does that help you kind of reaffirm that belief that winning a state championship is something that's very hard to do, so that every ounce of work and effort is definitely required to go into that?
More than definitely. It just makes us want to work harder, and finally it just wants us to just complete that goal that we have set every year. And every time we just keep coming close, we just reflect on what we need to work with and how much more work we need to put in throughout this season.
Tucker, I think you've been a contributor since your freshman year, main gun. The last 3 years now you're a senior. I'm sure it's flown by, but what's your thoughts on entering your final year of high school football?
I'm excited, man. It's been a journey for sure, and I've been with these guys since 2nd, 3rd grade, so we're all excited to just get out there and play and achieve that goal that we've all been dreaming of since our 3rd and 2nd grade year. And the team we have, we're hungry. And I think a lot of people are going to overlook us, but I think that's what we want. We live in the shadows, and we're ready to hit you in the mouth.
Are you a teacher this year? Are you a teacher this year out on the field?
Yeah, there's a lot of young guys I'm trying to take under my wing, just kind of give back to what the older guys gave me, And when I was a freshman, I got a lot of help from my upperclassmen, so I just want to return the favor and give that help back to those young kids,
And Ryan, kind of the same questions. You've been a contributor for several years, and now you're entering your final year of high school football. What's that mean for you?
I'm excited, and like you said, it's like I've been with these guys since we were like 9, 8 years old, and I think there's a lot of talk about last year, and talk can only get you so far, and I think to actually be something, you got to be about it, not just talk about it. I think there was a lot of talk last year, and I think we're going to be about it this year.
Brendan?
Coach, if you look across 3A, it's a really, I'd say, balanced classification with, maybe no true favorites. Is that something that you can look at and say, yeah, these guys can be a bit of a dark horse and push through?
Yeah, always. You know, we even talked on the way down here about, you know, in years past, there's always kind of those one or two teams that everyone kind of knows about. And, you know, in this year, I mean, there's teams out there that we all know are going to be really good, but there's no, clear picture on who that's going to be. And I think last year even proved that, you know, us and Luther, I think everyone kind of thought we were on a little bit of a collision course, and then you get, you know, some hard, gritty teams that things start to come together in the playoffs, and when you play together as a team and things go right, anybody can win. And, you know, it's a matter of managing that throughout a long season and keeping your kids bought in and juiced up for an entire year. And so we're learning. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, we know that we're going to be competitive year in and year out, and you know, we have to learn from the past and really kind of put our best foot forward and trying to finally get over that hump and hopefully compete again for another state championship.
Over the last few years, do you think 3A has the most parity of any classification in the state?
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you look at the the linemen and the teams that are always winning every year in 3A, I believe, you know, you've got your solid core of teams that are always going to be competitive. But yeah, you know, and again, I don't pay too much attention outside of our class just with that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, 3A is open, you know, and it gets highly competitive, and we get teams moving up from 2A, and our league, for example, with Severance, you know, being a high caliber team, and a Res Christian, and you know, teams like that all moving into our league and our conference. It makes 3A football pretty competitive, and you know, one that we're excited to compete in.
Okay, to the players, you all mentioned you've played together since 7, 8, 9 years old. What's it like on a Friday night in Johnstown to suit up for the Riders?
There's not another feeling like it. I wasn't going to go to Roosevelt at first, but I'm glad I ended up here because it's my home. And I remember just being one of those little kids and just dreaming about playing on Roosevelt's field and getting that touchdown I've always dreamed of. And it's just the energy and the atmosphere that you're a part of. There's just nothing like it. And it just, everything about it I just love. And the fans, the parents, the athletes, like everything, everyone's so supportive and cheering you on and just trying to make you a better person.
Other guys want to expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Tucker. Ever since we were little, we would always come Friday night games, and we just dream of, you know, being there and doing it. This is our last year at Peterson Field before we go into our new high school, so I definitely think me and these guys are going to make it count.
You guys at the end want to talk? How's it like playing on the field?
You know, I've been here since my sophomore year. I didn't grow up with these guys, but they definitely took me in and showed me what it's like to play for Roosevelt, and it's just something different. Like, the hard work they put in and the coming into it, what I saw was like eye-opening, and I'm very glad that I made that move and was able to play with this group.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Good luck this year. Thank you.
Thank you.